What's the deal, y'all? It's your dog Matthew Night coming to y'all with another review, you feel me? My dog, Dr. Umar, talking about my man that killed the healthcare worker. Let's get into it.
How you feel about what's going on in New York with the guy Luigi? He killed the healthcare CEO.
Yes, sir. The first of all, I want to say it's never good news when anyone loses their life unjustifiably, whether they be black, white, yellow, brown. Okay, it's not right. And so, for the death of the CEO of the U.S. healthcare group, I'm sorry for that. From what I've seen, he didn't do nothing wrong, didn't deserve it. It's just not right. So I want to say that so I'm not insensitive to the loss of life and tragedy, for any family. Now, with that being said, Art, I'm having some trouble believing that Luigi Mangione was the actual assassin. I'm having trouble with that. First of all, y'all say that he came into New York a couple days earlier. He was up at 6:44 a.m. on December the 4th, and he allegedly unalived Brian Thompson, which was the late CEO's name. And this is the largest health insurance company in the United States by you. So this is the CEO of the largest health insurance company in the United States. He's staying at the Marriott, I think, in New York City. So allegedly, Luigi, 26 years old, who attended school right here, University of Pennsylvania. He was an engineering student. He comes from well-to-do parents who are linked to the real estate industry. So this wasn't no poor kid, no stressed kid, no struggling kid. He did have some medical issues, from what I understand, that distressed him a little bit. But a lot of people have that, and they don't go take out the CEO of the largest health insurance company in the country. So anyway, Brian Thompson, the CEO of U.S. Healthcare, was unalived at 6:44 a.m., and I believe that was Wednesday, December the 4th. 6:44 in the morning. So Luigi came down there, prepared the whole thing, took his life, and here's the part, Art, that really got me. This is why I don't believe this. New York is the busiest, largest city in America. How did he get 5 hours from New York City to Altoona, Pennsylvania? Altoona is central PA. That's near where I went to high school. I went to high school in Chambersburg. So he ended up 5 hours away from the place of the assassination. He didn't have no high-tech gear or none of that. And you mean to tell me with the type of surveillance y'all have over New York ever since 911, y'all couldn't find the person who did this within minutes? Are you kidding me? Within hours? He got 5 hours away, Art, and y'all didn't get him until I think he was arrested on December the 9th. So 5 days and 5 hours away, and they say they got tipped off with a phone call, and that's how they arrested him. Art, I'm not buying it. I know they showing photos of him with the gun.
Yeah, I can't even lie. I ain't buying that shit either, man. Like, how the fuck 5 days later, and he just fucking sitting down eating at a restaurant, man? Like, I don't know, man. That shit kind of deep, man. The government, they play so many games to try to be so tricky, bro. I mean, or not try. They are so tricky and deceiving. Like, you don't know what to believe.
But we live in a world of artificial intelligence. We live in a world of Photoshop. They can make anybody look like the killer if they want to. And guess what? He's pleading not guilty. And his lawyer said, Art, the other day, his lawyer said he hasn't seen a single piece of evidence connecting his client to this assassination. He was seen when they took him into court, Art. He was very angry, and you could see him yelling something out of his mouth. He said something like, nobody, I forget his exact words, but he said something to the effect that nobody with common sense or in their right mind would believe this or something like this. And even in court, he wouldn't even remain quiet. His lawyer had to tell him to be quiet. I believe he's being scapegoated. Now, check this out. Because whenever you deal with assassinations,
No, for sure. It's definitely there's definitely some scapegoat type stuff. But I be wondering, like, how do how do the government pick these people? You know, like how do they find, or just like the Trump assassination, fake assassination thing, like where did they get dog from? Like, is he a real person? Did they really kill somebody? You know, like is he like? Cause it's like nobody spoke out about him. Like, where is his friends? Where is his family members? Ain't nobody spoke out like, oh, that was our family member, and we don't know why would he do something like that. It's like nobody said anything. You know, I don't know. That type of stuff be kind of deep to me.
You have to deal with the cover up. You also have to deal with the timing. Brian Thompson, the CEO of the U.S. healthcare group that was unalived, he was on his way to a U.S. healthcare group investors conference, Art. A very important investors meeting. The question becomes, what were they going to discuss at this investors meeting? Who stood to lose something because Brian Thompson was coming to the investing meeting? Who stood to gain by him not being at the investors meeting? And who amongst the U.S. healthcare group needed him to be unalived for whatever reason? Remember, when Caesar was assassinated, the entire Senate orchestrated his murder. The white power structure killed Brian Thompson, not Luigi Mangione. The question is, does Luigi Mangione and his family have enough resources to take on the United States government? Because look what they did to James Earl Ray.
And who have enough resources to take on the United States government? Like that's like it's impossible. Like how can you? They create the resources that we need. They print the money that we need. So it's like, you know, you ain't got the resources. They got all the money you could imagine. All you feel me? So it's like, nah. If they really want you, it's damn near over with.
Art, he didn't kill Dr. King. Even Dr. King's family tried to get him out of jail. They couldn't do it. The guy who they said killed President Kennedy didn't kill President Kennedy. Some of the people who killed Malcolm got off scot-free. I mean, just look at the history of assassinations and cover-ups and plots and planning. Do you know that they were already psychologically profiling James Earl Ray? And you're going to read this when you read the book, The Assassination of Dr. King by William Pepper. They were already psychologically profiling James Earl Ray to be the fall guy for Dr. King, Art, at least 2 or 3 years before he was the fall guy. Did you hear what I just said? 2 or 3 years before King was murdered, they was already setting him up to be the fall guy.
But I wonder how. Like I wonder how did the government know him? You know, that's would be where I be threw off though. Like why would they just pick him? You feel me? And then somebody kill him. You know, it's like do they be going that far where they kill people just to kill somebody else, just to cover something up? You know, that's evil, deep.
So when I look at Luigi Mangione being blamed for Brian Thompson's death, I believe they was already psychologically profiling Luigi to be the fall guy for this thing. And this is why, Art, I don't associate with people I don't know like that. You got to be careful not to form bonds with people and start hanging out a lot with people you don't trust, because this government, as I was told by an FBI agent to my face, an FBI agent said, Dr. Umar, you can never be too careful about protecting yourself, because if they can't find any dirt on you, they will manufacture it. They will make it up. You got CIA, you got FBI. They control the media, Art, so the media going to do whatever they want. You only got 6 companies who run all the media in the world.
Oh,
You
that's a
got
fact.
Bertelsmann, you got Comcast, Walt Disney, the News Corporation, you have Universal.
I don't know about any of them other companies, but man, they been saying it's been a rumor about Walt Disney being one of the evilest person ever. You know.
And there's one more I'm leaving out, Art. Paramount Global. Them 6 companies control 95% of everything you watch, everything you read, and everything you hear. And that's another reason why, Art, I believe that, going back to Jay-Z for a minute, I believe that, as I told you, New York City Council passed that law to go after Puff and Jay. I believe that because Weinstein, Cosby, and R. Kelly were already in jail. They were already convicted. They needed that law so they could go after Sean, Combs and Carter. They said, we got Cosby, we got Kelly, we need Combs and Carter. We got Cosby, we got Kelly, we need Combs and Carter. And here's the thing, Art, because they control the media, they could have swept that Jay-Z allegation under the rug like they swept Robert Kraft allegation
No,
under
that's
the
a
rug,
fact.
like they swept Ben Roethlisberger's.
That's a fact, man. Cause you hear about all the black people that's going through this type of stuff, but it's like, damn, what's up with Vince McMahon? Like, you don't even hear about that no more. And like he said, like Robert Kraft and got caught up in all type of stuff. You feel me? Big Ben. You feel me? Ben Roethlisberger. Like, bro, y'all, they done got caught up in had allegations and shit, and that shit won. You feel me? But it's like when the black dude get caught up with it, it's like they try to just take them all the way under. You feel me? And that's crazy.
Allegations under the rug, like they swept Marv Albert's allegations under the rug, like they trying to do with Vince McMahon. This never had to come to light for Jay-Z. That tells me, Art, somebody.
And the shit with Jay Z, man, it's like it's so fake, man. You know, Vince McMahon is like people is like men and women coming out like they got text messages, all type of stuff. You feel me? And it's still like, why ain't nobody trying to ruin? Why they ain't trying to ruin him like they trying to ruin Diddy? And you feel me? Dog got way more secret allegations than Diddy though. That's the crazy thing though. Like the rape and stuff he was on, man. Like bro. Like, how can Diddy be in jail and Vince McMahon not? Like, that shit is kind of deep. But that just goes to show you, though, like, the double standard in America, though. Like, a white man versus a black man. Like, the hardest job in America is being a black man. That's a fact, you know?
Is jealous of Jay-Z's success. Somebody is jealous of Jay-Z's climb. Somebody is jealous of all these deals Jay-Z is getting. And we ain't talking about no black person. No black person can make all this happen. There's some white folks who want to see Jay-Z fall. Now, Jay-Z ain't no race man. Beyonce is more of a race woman than Jay-Z is a race man. I say that respectfully, but I believe Beyonce care more about the people than Jay do. That's just the way it is. Jay-Z's not a race man, but that don't mean he ain't got enemies. He's still a successful black businessman who a lot of people want to see fall. This don't happen unless somebody wanted to see him fall. The New York City Council never amends the gender-motivated violence protection law. They never add this 2 years of going back in history to find any perpetrator who ever abused you, and you could drag them into civil court for some money. There's no need to do that unless you know who you're going to use this for. I'm telling you, they targeted Puff and Jay right after they finished with R. Kelly. Once they finished with R. Kelly, they said, we got Cosby, we got Kelly, we need Combs, and we need Carter. I hope Kanye West is keeping his nose clean. I hope Tiger Woods is keeping his nose clean. I hope Tyler Perry is keeping his nose clean. I hope LeBron James is keeping their nose clean because they coming for them next. They don't want any young black billionaires in the United States of America.
I can't even lie, man. I feel like Tyler Perry definitely gonna get caught up on some Me Too shit, and it's gonna be some shit with some niggas. But no, I definitely feel like they definitely come for the black billionaires, and it's like you see how you gotta become a billionaire here. Like you don't see no really no black entrepreneurs becoming billionaires. Like they all be entertainers, you feel me? Athletes. You know, that's still like a part of entertainment right there. But it's like you don't never see nobody like, oh, he he was a real estate agent, or he was a construction person or electrician, and he became a billionaire. You never see that. Like it's always you was fucking singing or dancing or running and shooting a ball or playing football or something. You feel me? And it's like I don't know, man. Even with Diddy, it's like man, you became a billionaire off for selling the community liquor, man. You know that shit kind of deep, man. It's like you really want black people to fight for you and vouch for you when you really ain't do shit for the community, man. You know, like all them people that be getting caught up in that type of stuff, man. You don't really be hearing about none of them doing shit for their community, man. Like why not get your community resources and stuff like that, you know? Schools and you know, stuff where jobs, just stuff where people won't be people won't be so angry, man. Just try to help them to climb out of poverty, some man. Well, people just be, I don't know, man. I feel like all the people that be in them positions and shit, they be, I don't know, man. It just be kind of deep to me though. Like, why Jay ain't got more shit to help the black people, or did he? You feel me? Or did he though? Like, man, why you don't got no music school like or some shit like that like teach people how to be producers and just teach people how to level up on some stuff, you feel me? It's like don't nobody want to look at the real stuff. Everybody want to look at the illusional type stuff, and you know, I don't know. It might just be me. That's another review. You feel me? One time for the city.